She set you up for it, and we are
man.
live, Dan.
We are live. And guess what, guys? I'm going to be sneaking around and spying on that tennis man this weekend. You know it. Bet your ass we're going to be spying on them. The Nerd Chat, an Xbox podcast.
Is a podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days.
Hosted by a group of best friends. If you'd like to find out more, visit nerdchatmedia.com.
This is Cortana. And remember, don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it. As always, Spartans, see you online.
Oh, hello. Daddy D. Wally here. Welcome to The Nerd Chat, an Xbox podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days. We are recording live on, wow, I can't believe it's the end of August 29th, 2024.
Heard that.
Is it Labor Day weekend? Oh my gosh, I don't even know what the hell's going on. We are going to be talking about tonight on episode 174, a $599 Xbox versus a $599 PS5 Pro?
Hopefully.
Black Ops 6 details and impressions, Razer controller and review, and AMD upgrades to your CPUs out there, and special guests tonight, and of course, spicy takes, food, and updates about the tennis man. Joining me, as always, is not Chipotle Bear. Let's address that right now. Chipotle Bear is out. He might be watching live as he's covering a sporting event, a football game, I believe, Bacon. You know, when you're an administrator, for some reason, you got to be at those things.
And everything is on Thursday night with this school already.
What happened to Friday Night Lights?
Right.
Anyway.
Thursday
And Bubble Boy is sick. Did he say he has COVID?
He does have COVID. Well, I don't know if we want to violate HIPAA here, but I think he has COVID.
When you put it out there, it's no longer a violation.
He told us.
Joining me as always, he's producing, guys. I expect random caca to happen because he doesn't know how to cut the sound bites or start them up correct. He's still learning. He's the lieutenant here, second in command. He said he's taking up tennis. X Bacon Gaming, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm going to put it out there right now. I do not have any sound drops. I don't have any beeps. I don't have anything other than what Chapo has set up in this software for us. We should probably move all those sound bites in here so I have access to them. No beeps, no pick 'em ups, none of that. But yes, I've decided I might drop golf and pick up tennis because it's where all the action is these days. It's in tennis.
We got live in the chat. We're having audio issues. Is something going on with our audio?
Hello?
No,
maybe he's
referring
referring
to having audio issues.
Oh, with Todd. Speaking of Todd Oxtra, Secret Friends Uniter, not Divider, making his return to the show. Number one, now officially, Todd Oxtra is the Nerd Chat intern, stepping up for us. We tried to invite Matt Mken too as well, but he had to bail on us as always. So we are excited to have Mr. Toxtra on the show. Todd, how are you tonight?
Doing great.
Besides your audio.
Well, headphones.
Okay, let me just tell everybody what was going on here. For the past 10 minutes, Todd comes in, he's thinking he's all cool. He had like one of those like early 2000s Bluetooth receivers in his ear, like he's talking like making deals, on Wall Street or something. Again, he wasn't getting any audio. For 10 minutes, he couldn't get that to work. Switched to the wired. Okay, so we're like, okay, here we go. For some reason, he can't get any audio on the wired. Thankfully, he's like, I'm going to stop using Chrome. And shout out to Microsoft Edge coming in the clutch because now it's working. So, Todd, how are you? Sorry to interrupt there.
Oh, I'm doing great. Apparently, I used Bubble Boy's audio tech.
Yes, I was just going
to say. I mean, what was it? Bulgarian audio?
Yeah, he was in
something?
Serbia.
That's right. Okay, so, it's working now, and I'm officially a full-on Minnesota dad.
That's right.
Look behind me. My son is back there.
Can you point where he is on there for our audio listeners?
Right about there.
Todd's son. He's officially on the marching band, or is this just a music program in general?
No, he will be. He will be in. This is for all freshmen at the University of
Minnesota.
They go out there.
That's kind of cool.
It's sweet. Very cool. He had a video of it, and the marching band was out there playing. He is in the School of Music, and he will be auditioning to be in the marching band next year.
Nice. So very excited. Shout out to Talkstra Jr. out there. He's a Minnesota Gopher, arch nemesis of the Michigan State Spartans. He went in a different direction than old dad. And so, Todd has a picture of the M on the field with all the freshmen at the University of Minnesota. Very cool. What city is that located in? I don't know.
It's right in the Twin Cities. It's divided between St. Paul and Minneapolis. So
nice.
He's ready to go.
I remember when the Vikings were playing there. Didn't they have one of the worst losses ever out there in Minnesota, in a playoff game? I swore it was outdoors.
Probably, yeah. When the Metrodome collapsed.
So and he missed a kick or something. It was like a 20-yarder or something heinous. Ooh, yeah, tough times. Skull, am I right there, Todd Extra?
Skull, yes.
Gentlemen, let's jump into Nerd Chat shoutouts, Bacon. Unfortunately, this week, Big Box did not write in, Bacon.
He's in the chat, though.
Bacon, Big Box did not write in.
I don't have airdrop.
For you. You suck!
That good?
We got something. Wait a second. Shout out to Big Box in the chat. He's queuing 8 minutes in Concourse.
That's long wait times.
Live updates from Big Box in the chat. Shout out to Big Box. He is waiting 8 minutes per match, and he's trying to do his part to save that game. God bless Big Box. God bless Big Box.
Active stats at this moment.
Oh my God, 155 on
155
Steam.
Active players.
That means there's at least 1,000 on PlayStation. Shout out to Big Box. Big Box, go play Halo with us. Come on, man. Even Infinite's got bigger numbers than that. Come on, dude.
Redfall had bigger numbers than that.
Shout out to Big Box in the chat. Shout out to, I believe B is in the chat. Shout out to Nissa Hauer. And shout out to Todd Oxtra for being here. Shout out to everyone.
Chipotle Bear is in the chat.
Yeah, shout out to, I forgot. Sorry, Chipotle Bear is here in the chat.
But no Bubble Boy. Weird.
No Bubble Boy. We don't know where he is. Hopefully he's still alive. Besides not having the traditional Big Box question here, I have updates about the tennis man.
Okay.
As some of you may remember, last week I mentioned how my wife was approached by the tennis man to go out on a date.
We're going to practice some
for tennis. Yes, correct. For a practice session. Yep. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there, Todd. This thread got 80,000 views, 500 comments, went viral. It was kind of cool to see, you guys, because I could see all of a sudden in the morning, I remember whatever morning this was a couple days ago, all of a sudden my notifications were starting to go like crazy. I'm like, I got to turn this off because I can't, this is insane. And I could see it just go through the whole day. And then I could kind of tell when it was dying down, when the algorithm was like, yes, we've had fun with you. We're moving on. It was very cool to witness. I wrote, this is not a drill. Should I be concerned about my wife and her growing relationship with the tennis man? Cheater exposed was the hashtag. Of course, I'm kidding. My wife would never cheat on me. I love her. She knows this. This is, again, a joke and a reference to Grand Theft Auto 5. A lot of fans out there instantly picked up, this guy's living GTA 5 right now. In the message, recap again. Hey, Allison, it's Anthony. Parentheses Tony. Not sure if you're in town this weekend, but would love to catch up over some tennis if you're around, just for fun. 2 tennis ball emojis, as Todd mentioned earlier.
One would have been fine, but he went with 2.
Mm-hmm. Or none.
Was it tennis ball racket? And it wasn't even tennis ball racket tennis ball.
Yeah,
because that would have been appropriate.
2 balls.
It was just 2 balls.
That's what somebody else wrote too. That's what somebody else wrote in the comments. And then Allie screenshotted this with her starting her response. So she had already, Bacon pointed out this, started to respond and be like, oh crap, maybe I should ask my husband if this is a good idea. She had already written, hey Tony, that would be, and she stopped right there. And then she texted me, honey, can I play tennis this Sunday at 9 with Tony? He reached out and I would love to play, LOL. Why did she write LOL there too, by the way,
Why
guys?
is that funny? It's not.
Yeah, exactly. Why is that
It's not
funny,
laugh out
Megan?
loudable.
But I wanted to make sure it was okay with you, ... On site. It's on site. Shout out to Palms. Shout out to De Niro. I don't even know what that means, but it's on site.
It's throwdown on site.
Okay, throw it out. Got it. All right. Get this. She responded, boys. This is breaking news. I have the response that she hid way down in her messages. Didn't even share with me. This is live breaking news on the Tennis Man. Here's her official. And by the way, Allie knows. I showed her the tweet or the thread. I told her. I showed it how it went viral. She laughed. She thought it was funny. But then she started to see the responses, and then she started to be like, maybe this is a little shit. Exactly. And she started to feel a little guilty, but we'll get there. This was her official response. Hey, Tony, that would be amazing, all caps, !
All caps.
I could do Saturday afternoon or Sunday morning. Let me know when works for you. Okay. Tony's response. Let's do Sunday morning! ! Would 9 a.m. work? And this even I was like, whoa. There's a park by my house called, I won't name it, that we can hit at. Even Todd's like,
Tony's got other ideas. Hashtag 2 balls Tony has got other plans.
Here's her response. First of all, right away, I'm like, why is it by her house or his house? By my house. Oh, Rocco's here too. He's getting all
they're
fired
close
up.
to the shower when they need to.
Rocco!
Get sweaty. That's all I'm saying.
2 balls Tony is in the house.
Here we go. Here's her response. Sounds great. See you Sunday at 9. I didn't even read this part. Do you have any decent balls? I'm not sure if I have any new cans, but I can get some if needed.
Cans. That's what we
Do you have any decent balls? Is she referring to my droopy
your balls are
old
somehow
ball? Exactly.
sufficient?
Maybe she likes some freshly
Yep.
balls.
They got
And
all
get
the
this.
fuzz on
Here's
them. Yeah.
here's Tony's response. I have a fresh can. See you then. Looking forward to it.
It's not even 2 balls. It's a full can. Not even 2 balls.
I just want to note that the only member of the nerd chat that offered to go tune Tony up at this event was this guy.
And
Everyone else
Ains
hiding.
instantly,
I'm ready to fight the guy.
instantly on social media. Ains was like, "We need to go find this guy."
I'm ready to fight him.
So there it is, you guys. There's the update to the Tennis Man. Those are all. That's the real responses on my phone. That's
It hit the
somewhere
couch,
there.
so it's safe. I saw it. It was a good throw, though.
It's right over there with your dual sense.
I mean, it's questionable. I don't know why awesome had to be in all caps.
Yes, me
It's
too.
a little concerning. Allie's leading him on at this point, and we can't have that. I mean,
De Niro Primero said, "Me and Pomp's gonna be blood and blood out vatos locos on Tony.
okay, I got backup then. We don't want
Vacos
you-
lotos for life."
We don't want you involved, Dan, because it could create some legal issues. But
Got me
if some
to
random
send
guys
tin
just show
walls
up-
out
And
there.
la madre, a huevo no mames. We got Spanish in the chat. I don't know what the hell's going on over there. Anyway, that's the
Huevos
update to
is
the Tennis
balls.
Man.
A huevo no mames.
Huevos rancheros, bacon. Anybody else have any shout outs they'd like to do? Todd, we shouted out your son. Any Big Box's shout out this week was apparently him letting us know he's waiting in queues for
That's why he couldn't give us a
Concord.
question this
That's
week.
the only reason he's here right now.
He's
Just
just
because he's
queued
bored.
up.
He's bored, and he's
Okay.
like, I guess I'll listen to him. All right, Bacon, let's jump into Xbox news for the week.
News team, assemble!
Shout out the Pomps. I speak Spanish when it's time to get loco.
Nailed it.
And Jose said, let it be known Dan is half Latino. It's true. Only half, though, and then half Polish. Oh, and here's what we need to talk about, boys. News story number one. It's why everybody's here. $599 US for an Xbox Series X with a 2 terabyte hard drive? Or would you get a $599 US PS5 Pro? And I'm just going to say something controversial right now. Bacon, I'll let you take the floor after this. Well, I guess I should read what the rumors are from, shout out to Wario64, who got this from some guy, Bibli Kuhn.
He's pretty accurate.
Who I don't know who that guy is. I mean, it's the internet. The name of the next PS5 model is indeed PlayStation 5 Pro. A sketch illustration of the console based on the final design is provided. We do not know if there's an addition with a disc drive. Same DualSense controller. Expects an announcement first half. What was that picture I saw with the prices? Was that a doctored image or was that?
No, that was a Reddit post, but it's in our actual
so there's a
text chat.
A Reddit post saying the Pro discless $599, the Pro disc $699 US. And I gotta say, like I said, this is controversial. If you're gonna get a console and you have no console right now, just get a PS5 Pro. Let's be real, because everything on Xbox is gonna go on there anyway. What's the point, Bacon? Tell me why I'm wrong.
Well, you're wrong because you'd have to use this controller.
That's the one point.
Which doesn't
that is
work
heinous.
on Horizon
Absolutely
Zero
heinous.
Dawn for some reason. On
it doesn't
PC.
work on anything on PC.
I can't get this to
dumb.
work, but it works on every other PlayStation game except for Horizon Zero Dawn on Epic. So, if these numbers are true, and I brought this up a couple weeks ago when we saw the price of that 2 terabyte Xbox, and I was like, this thing's going to be 600.
Who's going to buy that?
Maybe 700. And that's the thing is, we all know this forever physical crowd will lose their marbles if there's not a detachable disk drive for this thing. And that right now is currently on Amazon for $79. So that's going to be a $700 console when it's all said and done. And remember what old Reggie Theme, is that who it was who said, if you don't like it, just get a second job? Was that the PS4 guy?
That's not his name.
Oh,
no,
PS4
that
guy?
was
We're talking Reggie?
No, it was with the PlayStation president at the time. Was it Sakai? No.
Who are you talking about?
The PS3 launch, remember that?
Oh,
yes.
Everyone freaked out.
$599 US.
Just get a second job.
Yeah.
It's like, all kidding aside, if you are only going to have a console and you're a physical guy, you should
Ridge Racer. Who was that guy?
You should honestly just put all that money into a PC instead of buying multiple
Ken
consoles.
Kutaragi.
That's what it is.
That's who it
Kaz Hirai. No, it's Kaz Hirai. It was Kaz Hirai.
Kaz Hirai?
Yes, it was Kaz Hirai.
I just remember that.
Sorry.
That quote.
It was, man.
But anyways,
I have to do my internship job here right now. I'm gonna
these
put
dual console, 3 console
chat.
guys who haven't just bought a PC at this point. You're crazy because that's gonna be very, very expensive.
Bacon said I was shocked about the price, Todd, but I'm not. Like, I knew this thing was going to be expensive, and $600 always seemed like it was going to be the price because PS5s right now are almost $500. So you're good. You're getting a hardware spec increase. Yes, we don't know what it is.
Without a drive $550 with a drive for the PS5.
Is it
standard?
I thought it was 450 discless
for the disc. Yeah, all digital.
Yeah, all digital.
This is a hard thing to say.
Yes. So to me, this is, I don't know. It's kind of what I expected, and Bacon people are going to play it or pay it. And you know why? What's game that's going to drive those sales?
Gears of War,
not a PlayStation console, or sorry, not a PlayStation exclusive.
Grand Theft Auto.
Correct.
Actually, it's probably more Wukong.
Is the tennis man going to be in that game too? All in like 4K HDR?
Oh, everyone's talking about tennis down there. Good God, in the chat. Let's go to the chat before I throw it over to Todd. Nissa said that Ains has a crew tonight and just got a PS5 2 years ago. She will not be getting. Yeah, I if I had my PS5 still, I wouldn't. And I'll just wait for games to come to PC anyway. But Todd, you are a PlayStation fanboy at heart. You do have console hardware. You you are on PC, you have the ability to. Do you still have the ability to play on PC?
Oh, absolutely. Got a 4070, not super, 4070 trash can.
Ooh.
Yeah. I actually helped my friend build a system this weekend. 4080 Super.
That's right. Good. Nice. Me
Holy
too.
cow.
So
that thing's a beast.
I'm guessing this is a day one for you. And what are your thoughts overall on the pricing, these leaks, and the PS5 Pro?
You know, if I can trade in my launch PS5 with disc, I've gotten 4 years out of it, and I can get like
350 probably.
Yes, 350.
Yeah.
Maybe. The thing is, unless I see a real reason for it, and games really take advantage of it, I just don't know if it's worth it. I can play things on my PC at a really good resolution and very top frame rate for something I already own. So it seems kind of silly to do it just for that bump. The only thing I would want is games to run at 60 rather
that's
than.
What I was going to ask you. What would be the hardware improvement that you have to have for you to buy it? So it would have to be all games guaranteed 60?
I think so. I don't care about 120. I mean, I can do 120 on my LG.
They can't do anything about the resolution.
Yeah.
It's the architecture. This is literally only going to be a frame stability bump.
If you can get 1080 to 1440 at 60 FPS, you'd be fine with that, right, Todd?
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point, it's the fact that some games are still 34K.
Yes.
That's the frustrating part. Because we were promised that we were going to get that everything we 60. This is the most powerful Xbox ever. And then we've heard that PlayStation's like all these great things we can do. And I think the SSD is the only real advantage this generation that I love. Fast load times are amazing.
I agree. The SSDs, and I actually really do like even though it's outrageously overpriced, the SSD expansion card for Xbox. Like, it is so nice. I've literally will load games I'll download one time and then I can just transfer it. And then I've just been switching between the Series S upstairs that Grayson uses and my Series X downstairs. That is a very underrated thing. And also what I've grown to appreciate as well, which I wasn't like too big on originally, quick resume, Bacon. Because Grayson for kids, it is very perfect for him because he literally does switch from game to game. And it's picking up Forza Horizon 3 where it was in Forza Horizon 4 because he's just obsessed with Forza Horizon. And it is nice because he's instantly in the game. And that is a cool feature that I think is a little underrated as well. So anybody have closing thoughts on the consoles? To me, it's like you get what you pay for. Hopefully this is not for me. Thank God I have my PC and my 4080 Super. I know not everyone's as privileged as that. Obviously, I think this console will be for people getting into next gen and who want top of the line performance, but if not, they're probably still going to get those base models. Like, go ahead, Bacon, closing thoughts.
So if this thing does not come with 2 terabytes of storage on it, because
the rumors were one,
there's only 860 usable gigabytes on the PS5 as it sits right now. There's 140 or whatever. I don't know the exact words. Don't clip this, Stables. But it's not a full terabyte. And yes, Xbox has some of that too, but it's not to the extent.
It's like, 900?
Right. So if they don't put 2 terabytes on here with that spec bump and try to get this price out of this thing, that's going to be a huge fail. But mid-gen refreshes, they can't change the architecture. They can't go AM5, AM6, AM7 because it still has to be, the games have to be designed for the PS5 and most likely still the PS4 because we haven't left it last generation yet. So it is literally going to be most likely just to stabilize frame rates, and which everybody wants. We all want 60 frames. Hence the reason why most people are going to.
Well, not everybody. People who appreciate it, because the vast majority, they have the stats that we've seen in numerous articles, play in fidelity. They play in quality. Most people don't care about 30, Bacon. It's true. No. They don't, man. But I noticed it. Like, I was watching Grayson play Forza Horizon 3, and I was like, why does this look like crap? 30 FPS. Yeah. I was like, it just does not look, and that doesn't have like a boost on Series S at least. So shout out to Matt Valdez. Matt Valdez said quick resume is his favorite feature on console. And Jose said raising the price this much on a mid-gen refresh is a bold strategy.
Well, they've already done it. They also just massively raised the price in Japan. It's taken place in 3 days of nearly $100 on the last PS5.
It's because
and all accessories. My fear with Xbox doing what they're doing and not bowing out, but not really offering Sony any competition anymore, is we're going to get complacent Sony again. And nobody wants complacent Sony.
Don't we already have complacent Sony?
We do,
to be fair,
but they'll be even worse. Complacent Sony.
But does it matter? Like I keep hearing about
it matters
PlayStation,
for the PlayStation guys.
Is complacent. PlayStation doesn't have as many games. They're still the number one selling console of
but they're not going to
powerful hardware. They're going to have games these next 4 years, probably as they exit this generation. My biggest concern is like like Todd said, we are 4 years into this gen, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And can we really think of anything that has really stood out? There's maybe I think I saw somebody, I responded to a thread saying like, oh, I'm glad I got a PS5 because I can play these games on it. And only 2 of them are exclusive to the PS5. It was Ratchet and it was Rebirth. And then he listed like all these other PlayStation games that you can still play on PS4 or PC. So sorry, I see Todd. Todd, you look like you want to say something.
Go ahead.
Welcome to the wonderful world of PC, where you don't have to get a new PC every generation. The games just play at different rates. Yeah. I think what people don't remember, this is the first backwards generation system where, quite honestly, we've got too many people still playing Xbox Ones and PS4s. Same games are still coming out 10 years later, and people can still play Fortnite, Minecraft, Call of Duty,
the Sinister Six.
I think Madden still even. I think the only
Madden
big sports game is
college football. Yep.
Which
who knows? Maybe they're still going to do a port. Like, what's stopping that from going
2 months later?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think we're in that position where ultimately games don't have to have a giant leap anymore because the upgrades are just going to be going in par with PC. Like I said, if you upgrade every 2 generations on graphics card, there's people that are still two generations behind, still playing Elden Ring and the next best game,
and still having better performance than these current gen hard consoles. Bacon, you had any closing thoughts?
And just to expand on that, we went from 8-bit to 16-bit to 64-bit to 1080p to 4K last gen, and we're still 4K this gen. So at no point are we going to be going to 8K anytime soon, so there's no this generation feels lackluster because we haven't had that big jump, that big leap in graphical fidelity or that. Yes, the engines are looking better and they're making games that are unoptimized and not performing well. And I think that's why this generation feels so weird and why so many people are still on last gen. 1, because the games are still supported there, and 2, it just doesn't feel like that monumental leap we've had multiple times since we were all kids in video games. So it's just, I think we're at the end of like the wow moments in this until we can get 120 stable in 4K and anything approaching native.
Don't even need 120 though. That's just it. People are fine with 60, Bacon. You
people
have to remember,
fine, some people aren't.
The general audience, 95% of gamers are fine with 60, and 100%, or not 100. I would say like 75% are fine with 30 FPS.
Think about this real quick. Off of Matt Valdez's comment a minute ago, that we all agree that freaking quick resume is our favorite feature.
SSDs were an upgrade for sure.
$500 consoles, and that's what we can pull out of the air was quick resume instead of high frame rates, fidelity, stuff like that.
But I would argue, Bacon, that the quick loading is the better to casuals. Awesome. People want the quick loads. Like, that makes sense to me. That has been a great feature, the SSDs.
It's noticeable.
Like that. Yes, exactly. Frame rates, graphics now, unless you're picky like hardcore nerds like us, you're not gonna notice those frame rates. And I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Like, let's be real, we're all boomers here. Okay, most of us are boomers, guys. To our younger audience, we're approaching our 40s fast. Even Todd's approaching 40s, and so we keep thinking about our gaming experience from when we were a kid, getting that NES, the SNES. Oh my gosh, it's good. The jump to PlayStation 1. Holy, what is going on here?
Dreamcast.
And then PS2, Oh, Matt, I remember seeing Madden on PS2. I was like, holy, how can it be any better? 360. What a revolutionary console with the online, the dashboard, going digital, just the best generation.
Big
and
innovations,
games.
big
And
leaps.
games. Then Xbox One, PS4. And now I just think about a kid now. Like I'm seeing it with my son. I'm seeing it with my friend Buddy Askins, who's got a 7th or 8th grader. He has a Series X. He has Game Pass. And what does he play all the time? Fortnite, Roblox, Rainbow, just Minecraft, the same games. And I've even encouraged. I've seen him try Mass Effect. I've seen him try Halo. Doesn't play. He goes back to They go back to these games. And then even look at my son. I saw him playing on his little tablet today. Like, we have to start thinking about their perspective of games. And to them, it goes to what Big Box is saying. Games are the platform. Down with the plastic. Boo plastic boxes. And Todd, I'm pretty sure you wrote in a comment last week about the controllers. Just let us pick our controller and where we're going to play. We're assuming, obviously, Microsoft sees that, and that's where they're going. Like, it can't be any clearer. They are done. They're done, guys. Xbox is done with exclusives. We're assuming PlayStation is going to follow. I'm not so sure. And Nintendo's going to be Nintendo. I'm going to talk more about Nintendo later. Nintendo has the IP. Nintendo has that beginner audience. They're an outlier. They're unique. They really are. So sorry, you were pointing out something, Todd. Was there a comment you wanted to get to?
I was going to say the problem also, we're going to be bringing out Switch 2. Which, quite honestly, everybody's going to be in the Switch 2 bandwagon, which they weren't before.
Yes.
So a lot of those games are going to be able to have to support Switch 2 because they don't want to left behind. So unfortunately, we're going to still be supporting games from PS4 era on that system. Yeah.
Well, Microsoft already committed to that with Activision games. We have to see Call of Duty at 720p on the Switch too. Game positive. Most games use scaling resolution. I think the biggest thing the PS5 Pro will bring is that the resolution stays in the higher ends of the scale. Yeah, good point. I doubt you will get 30 FPS games on base running at 60 on a Pro. So that goes to what Bacon was saying. You guys really don't think we're going to see it all? Any improved there has to be improved frame rates. Otherwise, what's the point of this thing?
Yeah, but it's still improved frame rates on upscaled games. It's not native experience. So
yeah, but to be fair, we use upscaling technology in our PC games to get better
there's
frame
a lot
rates,
of times
DLSS.
I just power through without that and just straight native resolution.
I do too. But I do whenever I can. But if I have to get to that 60, it's so nice having that option. God, look at this thing.
Thank you. You fought me for
Bacon he guided us into the light, you guys.
I did.
I
remember when you wanted AMD?
And not only that, tying that in, I've got my laptop that runs Starfield at 60 FPS and a handheld device, Nissa. I'm playing Dreamlight Valley on my ROG Ally, and I don't notice this crap. She's just having a good time.
When did you get an ROG Ally?
Yeah, well, no, I'm just saying that the ability to be on PC and go where you want and play how you want. Like, that's the other thing I didn't even mention is that little kids, I don't want this PS5. We all saw that Christmas gift. He's like, I want a PC. You know, it's true. And Game Positive literally just said what I said. The fact that I can go from console to ROG Ally to cloud to PC and back to console on the same save instantly is a massively underlooked Xbox advantage. I completely agree. I literally go between all my devices all the time. Not so much on my console anymore. I'm not gonna lie, Game Positive. My Xbox. Gotta blow off the dust on that thing. Big Box. Oh, here we go. Here, Big Box has gotten a Concord update for us.
Love this guy.
Gentlemen, Concord is the best looking 5v5 hero shooter ever made. In parentheses, nobody cares. Valorant looks like a 10-year-old game. Nobody cares. The era of graphics has ended. The time of the orc has what the hell is
from Lord of the Rings?
What is that?
It's from Lord of the Rings. The time of the orc has come.
Yes.
Is he talking about like because they're ugly or something? I'm confused.
No, it's his references.
Horde together strong. Game Positive gets it. Shout out to Ashes. Ashes. We're going to talk about your. I'm going to bring up your quick review on that controller, which I'm very interested in. And Jose, don't worry. He's already reviewed it. I'm going to read it later in the show. Let's move on to news story number 2. Call of Duty Next happened this week. I actually didn't watch any of it, guys. I'm going to play this. It's already pre-installed. I got Game Pass. I'm there. I'm excited.
I'm set. Beta this weekend.
I'm going to play a couple rounds. I'm not too big on betas. Like, I'd rather just wait and just get the progress, but I will try it. I'm more excited for Destiny 2. Todd, we got the final shape. Sorry, buddy. We're moving on.
What? Congratulations.
Here are your system requirements for PC. For you PC nerds out there. And this goes back to what Todd's saying. Just the minimum specs to play this game. You only need an NVIDIA GTX 960 or 1650 or AMD 470. Ooh, this is a little sketch. SSD, 149 gigabytes of storage, but in parentheses it says 78 gigs if you already have the Call of Duty head HQ and Warzone installed. So
extra 78.
It's still ridiculous, regardless. Like you can still split it. So it's the multiplayer and campaign for this game only is 78 gigs.
Fun fact.
Go ahead.
When did the GTX 960 come out?
That was I never owned a 9 series.
So I know the 2080 series was right before I want to say around 2016. So it had to have been I'm going to say 2012.
Yeah, me and B in the chat,
What is it?
I got a 1080 when
What is it?
first started 10
What
years
is
ago.
it?
It was 2015. So
okay, not too far.
Fun fact, since we're playing on PS4 and Xbox One, those launched in 2013.
So there you go. We're going to be seeing these games for a while. Big boxes, right? We're going to see
God.
caca games.
Crazy.
For recommended specs for all you super PC nerds out there, 1080 Ti, 3060, or Radeon 6600 XT, or well, I like how it lists the Intel Arc on there. Arc 770, nice.
Wow.
And 16 gigs of RAM. Good thing we all have 4070 supers or above over here on the nerd chat. So
and you need broadband internet in case you didn't know.
Oh, okay. So, guys, any reactions to? Like I said, I didn't really watch the Call of Duty Next stuff. I'm already in, and yes, the weekend, the beta is this weekend. Do we know what time it starts, Bake? We should probably
Try tomorrow night at some point.
But Todd, are you going to be jumping into this? I don't even know if you're a COD guy. I don't think you are.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
The only thing I
But
saw.
You have Game Pass.
I do, but I will play the zombies, and the campaign looks amazing this year. I love it. It's like Robert Redford riding the motorcycle. I'm all in for that. What I did see in the multiplayer, it looks like it's going to be the body mechanics.
Omni movement.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm curious because everybody who watched like the trailer for like, I've never seen a game look like that. That looks like such a theatrical reveal. I wanted to see actual gameplay. So did they show up gameplay with someone doing like backflips?
All
doing,
kinds of
like,
streamers were doing stuff.
Things?
It's like
Is it
Matrix.
cool? Is it going to help? Is anybody going to use that?
I have to feel it. Oh yeah. I mean, I think until we play it, I don't know how. I can't speak to how it feels, Todd, but I do think it does seem like for once this is a significant change to gameplay. I would say. Would you agree, Bacon?
I agree fully.
Okay, so here's the thing. Weekend 1 is available to all players who have pre-ordered the game, or if you have Game Pass Ultimate like us, beginning on Friday, August. This is tomorrow?
Tomorrow,
at 10
bud.
a.m.? Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific. So 11 a.m. for us here in Mountain Time Zone. What is that? 10 a.m. is what, 1 p.m. Eastern? And then it ends. Wow, this is a long time. Wednesday, September 4th, 10 a.m. Pacific. You can download it now from the PlayStation Store, Microsoft Store. Okay, here's the thing already. Why are they starting off saying the PlayStation Store first? Come on, Microsoft. List Microsoft Store, Battle.net, Steam, and then put PlayStation last. What are they doing? There's something fishy is going on here.
It's weird.
Okay.
So this game is big. Are you going to have to re-download the client?
Yes, it said
when
that
that's
there.
released. So the beta is just its own standalone client.
Yes, sounds like it.
That is probably how big?
Actually, I don't know because there was an update to Call of Duty that I downloaded on my Xbox Series S upstairs just the other day that was like 38 gigs. I don't know, Todd. That's a really good. Guys, just plan on downloading a bunch of stuff. It's Call of Duty. We're all used to this by now. Let's be real. Just they're the worst.
As long as I don't have to sign up for a season pass just to get to the campaign, and I can download the campaign all at one time.
Yeah, you'll be good on Game Pass.
Like,
easy.
It's like campaign part 1, you download that, then it was campaign part 2. It's so weird. So weird.
Shout out to Silkenit. Silkenit said, "Is this the day I learned that Daddy Diwali doesn't like salt and vinegar chips and doesn't get the Lord of the Ring reference?" He's absolutely right, Jose.
He's absolutely right.
I don't like salt and vinegar chips. I think they taste disgusting.
They're a little rough on my mouth.
They're very disgusting.
They will destroy your mouth. Yeah,
Little Vicky's jalapeno all the way. I like Lord of the Rings. I like the original trilogy. I remember I was so about it after the Two Towers. Never read the books, by the way, for some context, but I did enjoy the movies. And then when the Return of the King came, I thought it was so dumb how the ghost just came and took care of everything. I thought that was so dumb. I was like, what a cheap ending. This is all this build up for this. For this, Todd. I was like, this is cheap. They're just going to summon some ghosts.
What were you wanting? Vin Diesel to come in?
Better than ghosts just to save the day. Anyway.
All about the family.
Talk about that another day. Jose said he wants to play the beta first and final show. Dude, why are we going to spend time playing the beta, dude? It's not going to be that good, but I'll play it. Whatever. Game Positive said Salt and Vinegar is S tier. Ashes owned a 960. Ashes has like a 4090 Super now, doesn't he?
There's no 4090 Super. It's just the 4090.
I know. Jose said, I agree with Dan on this. Cool Ranch Doritos all day. Cool Ranch is amazing. Pomp says he's done with me. Why are you done with me, Pomps? What? Because of the crappy sea salt and vinegar chips? Those are disgusting.
Probably Lord of the Rings, actually. He's a nerd like we are.
Oh, Pomps, I've been playing. We'll get to the visage talk later. Scaring my ass all day, Pomps. Are you serious?
All right, so back to Call of Duty.
Oh, I thought we were going to ready to move on. All right, go ahead.
I haven't said I have no problem with the stats. I have no problems with any of this. The big key piece of news that came from this is Verdansk is coming back for Warzone players in the spring, which if you are a fan of Warzone, it is the best news we've ever gotten in Call of Duty related ever, because Verdansk is the greatest map, and Deja Vu can back me up on that one wherever he is in this chat. Fantastic, and Omni movement looks absolutely fantastic. The game, just looking at the weapon inspection when you're in game and the light sparkling.
Hopefully, I did see something about the weapon inspect and like how you can mod it. Hopefully, it's better because it's clunky.
Yeah, apparently the new attachment system is looking super good. We're going back to round-based zombies, and we're going back to a traditional prestige system instead of me being a rank 500 and what am I, 535 or something right now.
Bacon's a huge COD fanboy.
I am a huge COD fan, so everybody download the beta. Let's show Microsoft some love, some support, and let's play it on Game Pass.
Don't worry, there'll be more players on PlayStation. News story number 3. Razer has a new Wolverine. It's party time, bub.
Got it.
The new Wolverine V3 Pro controller. And it has 2.4 gigahertz wireless, drift-free Hall effect sticks, 4 customizable paddles, and 2 extra shoulder buttons for claw grip psychos. Hair trigger lockouts with mouse-like clicks. That is awesome. You have that on the Scuff Instinct Pro. That is a game changer. That is I wish the Elite had the mouse clicks. 1000 hertz wired polling rate on PC, and the coolest RGB accent lighting.
I can turn that on for you right now, actually.
You can get in a console. Guys, go check out this code. It looks good. It's not overly looks kind of like Bacon. Hold that up. It looks kind of like Bacon's, but this one is in black, and it has just a green Razer sign underneath the Xbox. Can you hold it normally, like in the center, and not rotate it sideways?
Cable managed here, bud.
Unplug it. You have to keep it plugged.
No.
Oh, it's not a wireless.
This one is not.
Who cares? Why do you need it plugged in right now when I'm just trying to get people to
Because I'm
see?
showing
the
you the RGB
RGBs.
lights.
Like these, dude.
Anyway, Bacon, you have the what is that? The V2?
It's the V2.
Talk to me. Are you going to have to jump on this? Oh, by the way, it's $200. I don't know if I said that earlier. Pretty pricey. That is an expensive controller. It's more expensive than an Elite, more expensive than a Scuff if you can get them on sale. Talk to me, Bacon. I'm going to grab something while you talk.
You were just making fun of these claw grip shoulder buttons, and they are the best buttons because your fingers are already resting on the bumper and the trigger. To map something to that is literally the greatest. This feature alone makes it my favorite controller of all time because I use these shoulder buttons more than anything. The only complaint I have about the V2 is the location of these back paddles.
Heinous.
It is
that
a
is
absolute
heinous
stretch to get to those.
That is disgusting.
And you got to hit it with your birdie finger, and I usually have that for grip, you know. And I never use that, but the shoulder buttons were always choice, and it has those clicks. The PC mouse clicks. So this controller is absolutely fantastic since they're adding Hall effect to it and the ability to go wireless. Absolutely awesome. So this could replace my Scuff Instinct if it plays its cards right. So I'm all abouty. You cannot underestimate these extra
You ever
buttons.
hit those buttons by mistake?
No. And the thing is, I always leave my finger rested, so then I use the meat of my finger to hit the trigger, but my finger is always there. Like all my dodge and roll and stuff is all assigned to these buttons up here. It is the best place to put a button. I'm not going to lie.
Shout out, before I throw it over to Todd, to Ashes to Ashes. He already has a quick review up right now on his threads, and he wrote this because I don't know how he got it, and already he's been using it all day. Here's his quick review. All right, Razor, I see you, and apparently you saw and listened to many of us controller enthusiasts. For those interested in the new Wolverine V3 Pro from Razer, it is worth the hype. Below is a thread on what I love and didn't love. TLDR, this controller is near perfection, according to Ashes to Ashes. And he somehow has every controller and every piece of hardware ever. Likes. Mechanical buttons for every gameplay button, including the D-pad, which is heavenly. 4 mappable back buttons that are placed ideally on the inside grips where your fingers will comfortably sit. Thumbsticks are now Hall effect, accurate, and stick drift resistant. Wirelessly or wired, ergonomics are great, rest comfortably in hand, comes with included carrying case for accessories and swappable thumbsticks. Dislikes. The grips stop a bit too short for me. Rounded and comfortable, but my pinkies hang off, which makes the grip something getting too used to. The ability to swap thumbsticks is great, but the alignment process when putting new ones on needs to be more noticeable. Pricey
he's right.
at $200 USD, but comparing to similar in the market, even Razer's owns PS5 controller, which is $250, of course it is, without the case. This is worth it in my mind. And that's it. Because these are me nitpicking. And if you're a competitive style gamer, this is a phenomenal pad. They've incorporated as much as possible to cut down on latency, 1000 hertz mode on PC, and keep everything tight and accurate. I don't get ultra competitive and sweaty in games, however, I added the sweaty part. As someone that does enjoy many genres with many abilities in game, it is still worth it for the multitude of buttons you can map and thumbsticks that won't ever wear out. This would be a 4.5 to 5 out of 5 controller to me, near perfect. Todd, are you interested in this Razer? Do you even have any pro controller? You're just an old school. Just give me my. Yeah, I know it.
Standard Xbox. I am interested. I've just heard like they don't have very good warranties. A lot of these controllers, I think the Elite was what? The Elite 1 was like 3 months or something ridiculous.
No, dude, now it's like, isn't it like 2 years now? It's like, it's good.
They
I know
had
because
to,
yes,
because they had a lot of issues. I'm like, if that is that expensive,
I love my controller.
I would think the warranty should be far superior to that, or you could get an extended warranty because that's a big investment. I mean, if you think about it, one controller is almost the price of a Series S, so it gets to a point of value, right?
But counterpoint, what are you using all the time while gaming?
True. True. But here's a question. Going from this at what, $60?
You can
Is
get
there
this for like
really
40, 50.
$140 more stuff in there?
Yes.
I struggle
Well, to
with
be
that.
fair, Todd, I got this Elite, and
Yeah.
I already had extra back pedals. This was like, I remember I got it on sale for like 90. Completely
Yeah,
worth
I've
it.
seen some
This
of
is
the core-
insane.
I've
You
seen
got
some of the core ones
if
for
you can,
sale.
and then
Yeah.
you can go on Amazon and get some buttons for like $10 or something. If you ever see it, it's worth it. Yes, Todd.
It is
To
worth
me,
it. Yep.
I don't know about 200. 200, Todd, I agree, but like 150 to 180, somewhere in there. Like, I waited and got my Scuff when they had a huge sale where it was like customize whatever you want and get like 40. Like, that to me was worth it because I made it mine and I love it. But I keep coming back to this one. I really just like these paddles. I do wish it had the clicky ones that the Instinct has, Bacon, where you can like push in one way versus pulling down the other, like just like that. Yeah, those to me are perfect paddle placements.
Yeah.
I'm interested for this razor, but am I going to pay $200 for this?
You will.
No, I'm going to keep waiting for Elite Season 3. Bacon, will you, more importantly, are you going to get this? I don't know if you said that earlier. I want to get to the chat.
I
Are
am
you
going to
try it.
I am going to get it.
Okay.
Because I'm an idiot and I'm a freak.
Yes.
Like I still have my day one Elite Series 1 that still works perfectly, but I've been through 3 Elite Series 2s.
Interesting.
I've been through another Scuff PC only one, and this one, I had to take it back because of sticker drift. But this Instinct is working perfectly. I never had any problems with it. But I only went to that because of the back button placements on this Razor one that
Heinous.
is now going to be fixed. So, like I said, these shoulder buttons, and Ashes even agrees with me in the chat, these shoulder buttons are OP as heck. That's me swearing. So yes, I will add to my repertoire, and I also have my PS5 Edge here, another Elite Series controller. So I've got.
I just hate the ergonomics.
I've easily got $1,000 in controllers here. It's ridiculous.
I just use the Stadia controller.
I mean, that looks like a good
it's
controller
pretty great.
too. Yeah,
It's pretty great for
it needs
free.
back buttons. Todd,
It was free.
It needs back buttons. I'm telling you, man, you don't use
very
back buttons,
comfy.
do you?
I don't have any back buttons currently. How can
I
I
I
know.
use
I'm
them?
saying that's a game changer, man. Like Todd,
It is,
it just 2. Like it's such a huge difference. Game Positive in the chat said I have the Wolverine Tournament Edition, so I can confirm. Oh, there you go.
These Switch
Do
controllers.
you actually use it on your Switch, Todd?
I do. I map
you
some buttons because I hate the Joy-Cons.
And,
Worst controllers ever.
Game Positive says those top buttons on the Wolverine are OP. Ashes, I mapped the thumbsticks to the extra shoulder buttons and face buttons to the back 4. Yeah, that's an interesting thing, Bacon. And maybe that is the step I need to make because sometimes I am clicking, to melee on the right stick or to sprint. And I feel maybe that's probably not the best use of those buttons. And maybe I could try those extra ones, but
yeah.
I don't
Dude, I am
know.
telling you, I got through Hades just using these shoulder buttons, dude.
All right, Pomps. Interesting. I did not know this about Pomps. Pomps is a battle beaver. They
That's a
are
good
very
one, too.
expensive. Yeah, they're expensive, but they basically just mod base controllers, right, Bacon? Then they add those buttons on the bottom, if I remember
Right.
correctly. Shout out to 1 Hour 1 Decision, and he says Todd is here. Shout out to Chris. Chris, we already talked about it earlier, guys. I'm thinking Elantra N. I drove it again, Bacon, just yesterday. Dude, that is a car. That is a fun ass car.
not talk
My
about
only
it.
hesitation
About it.
is it's front wheel drive only. And I'm like, do we need all wheel drive? I don't know. 1 hour warranty, by the way, Todd. Ash is in the chat. Good to see Chris. The nice thing about controllers for Xbox is that they're forward compatible. Good point. Good point. Scuff doesn't do Hall effect. True. But neither does Xbox right now, Ashes. So I'm
Turtle Beach
waiting.
is the only one I've seen on
I'm waiting.
Xbox that has
yeah.
effects.
I like the Scuff Instinct and I like the Elite. I use both, but my primary when I'm on here and when I'm downstairs, it's the Elite Series 2. I'm waiting for that Series 3. I agree, Chris. They need the Hall effect sticks. Bacon is a real rough on those controllers, according to Chipotle Bear. What a bacon shill or a controller shill Bacon is, said Chris. And Nissa uses, I use a purple Xbox controller and a blue PS5 controller. I just love it, Nissa. You're just
Simple.
simple.
Best life.
Elantra, nice, said Chris. Elantra, and nice. News story number 3, and this is for us PC nerds. Or no, sorry, this is news story number 4.
True. 4.
For any of you nerds out there like Bacon, myself, Bubble Boy, and Jose, because we all have AMD Ryzen CPU, and Todd Oxtra, Ryzen CPU owners can now download a better gaming performance thanks to a Windows 11 update. Microsoft's latest KB 504.14587 update includes AMD specific performance and update. You can't download more RAM, but you can download better gaming performance if you have a modern Ryzen desktop CPU. And we get improvements on a variety of Zen 4 and we have Zen 5, right? Bacon, we're on Zen 5 CPUs, including my own 7800X 3D. In order to get this update, which Bacon is going to explain to me why I'm avoiding it right now, users will need to look up for KB 504.15587 under Windows Update Advanced Options, Optional Updates. And basically with this, we can see, I think it said there's a 10% performance improvement across multiple games running at 1080p on older 7700 ones and the newer CPUs. So Bacon, I'm excited. I'm all about getting better performance out of my 7800X3D, aka the best CPU on the market right now. Still
install that in my friend's computer.
There you go. Your friend's got a computer
92
just like mine,
gigabytes
apparently.
of RAM.
That I don't know about that.
I know.
Bacon, before we talk about Todd's nerdy computer friend, why am I not downloading this right now?
Well, you tried to do it right before the podcast. And
I was going to, and I actually have an update I need to do right now.
Not to do a kernel level update before a podcast.
Okay, so to us non-CPU nerds, what is it, or computer nerds, what is a kernel update?
Well, it's the microcode. It's what Windows is telling your CPU to do. So it's important. And I do see this definitely panning out. My 7950X 16 core 32 thread processor is really going to enjoy that. I don't know if it's going to handle the heat. If it does, I don't think it's going to increase clock speeds, but it's definitely going to have something to do with the handshake and the instruction set with what it's doing. It's going to be important, and your 7800X 3D is going to rip, because I actually thought about getting that chip, installing the one I have for more gaming performance, but I'm going to see what this thing does for my gaming support. The only thing I ever concerned about, I'm on the Insider program, so I'm probably like 2 or 3 builds ahead of you guys on Windows right now, and I get a lot of stuff early, but some of it does come buggy. I'm also on the preview program for Xbox app on PC also, so I have everything before you guys get it as well. And there are times when some of the stuff just doesn't quite work the way it's supposed to, but we agree to that and we sign up for that when we do it. But this sounds like just flat out a Windows update that you could force now. So do it. You can always revert back to the old to your old install of Windows if it does something funny. So
Todd, this will benefit you apparently, and let's get some more specs. What about your friend's computer that you built?
So it was a little bit harrowing. I had not seen the power requirements for a 4080 Super before. That is a 12 pin on the power.
Yeah.
Going to 3.
Yes.
It's basically got a 3 piggy tail out there. He had 1,000 watt.
Okay. I think I have an 850.
Tough. So he had that. I mean, so his case was huge. We had no problem wiring it. So everything worked. And then he had the 92 gigabytes of RAM. We're Micro Center kids. We've got a Micro Center in our area.
We have one too. Bacon is
those combo deals.
By the way, you guys, if you've never been to a Micro Center, go check it out because it's a sight.
Addicting. Watch out though.
Some characters.
Yeah. So he's got the 7800 X3D.
Yep.
He's got this ridiculous MSI motherboard that has so many awesome features of just that are so easy to build with. Let's see, he's the size of his I forget which one it is. I mean, it's pretty amazing motherboard. And then he's got the CPU cooler that I didn't think it was going to even fit in the case. Like, it's literally that much. It is a beast. It's got the two radiator coils, in between. And then it's got another fan that sits in between. So you have one fan on the outside, they're there. And then you have to remove one fan to even screw it in. The instructions were horrible on the cooler.
How many fans? How many fans are we talking here?
He's got 3 on the bottom, 2 huge, ridiculous fans in the front, and 1 exhaust. So it's
6.
Yeah, and
that's super positive pressure though.
Yeah, and it was funny because when we did it first, we thought everything was seated correctly on the CPU with the heatsink and the cooler. We turn it on, the CPU went from like 32 degrees Celsius up to like 100 and something. We're like, oh shit, CPU shut down. And then we look and we found out the mounts that the mount for the CPU were on. No, it was the mounts that the actual where basically you have those harness where the cooler will connect to the actual motherboard. The little mounts were upside down, so it was off by like 2 cents, very nothing. So it was like, I'm like, why isn't there any cooling pad? We're gonna finally mixed around. We're like, we're at 32 degrees Celsius. Everything's golden.
Nice.
Worked great. He's got a wonderful keyboard, mouse. We're Steam family friends now. Everything's good to go. And you get the 49-inch Samsung 1440p.
Is that the one? Who got that?
That's what I have, and that's what
Deja has.
Deja Vu has, and that's what
Costco has it on
Matt
sale right now
too?
for $750. I ended up getting a deal with my military discount through Samsung for $6.
You got it too, Todd?
No, I didn't. I have 2
you got
32-inch.
It for him.
I've got 2 32-inch curved screens because I use it for work, so I'm good to go on. But it's amazing. He was playing Fortnite with his son. And I saw
All that for Fortnite.
All that for Fortnite. And
Shout out.
Bricks.
Sorry to all of you non-PC gamers for that nerd talk there, but I was just getting super excited for all those stats that Todd was throwing. It get me all hot and bothered. Shout out to the 1 Hour 1 Decision. Micro Center is the best. And Dinero Primero. Everyone has awesome PCs. I got one of those off-the-shelf family cheap PCs, and I'm surprised I was able to pull off some of the intro graphic work that I did. LOL. Oh, Dinero,
let's upgrade you, bud.
We'll get there.
We're ready to go. Sell the consoles. Join us. Guys, that has been the Xbox news for the week. Let's jump into what have we been playing and or watching. Let's start out with you, Todd. What have you been playing and watching this week?
So much Luigi's Mansion 2 HD.
I thought you said you hated this game and that you're quitting it.
No, I'm playing it. I enjoy it quite a bit. It's frustrating. I hate the voices. I tell you, one of my biggest pet peeves in gaming is when the characters don't speak. They do like the fake speak, like the Simlish. Exactly. And the professor in Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Oh my God, he's making these like sucky noises. It just sound horrible. I know it's horrible. Like,
my God,
it's horrible. And I'm like, stop it, Nintendo. Pay some people.
Sucky noise. You heard it here first, you guys. Todd Oxford.
It's
Sucky noises. All right. Besides that,
horrible. Then I was playing a demo of the Fusion Frenzy game, or not Fusion Frenzy, Funko Fusion game. So this is a new Funko Pop game, very much in the wheelhouse of Lego games. It's very fun.
Was this the one that we saw in like a showcase?
Yes,
horrible
there's
graphic?
a demo on Steam right now. It is so much fun. It is ridiculous because the franchises in it are ridiculous. You've got like The Thing, the horror game, The Thing. You've got like every WB franchise. You've got Shaun of the Dead. You've got Jurassic Park. You've got The Matrix. I mean, it's all over the place. It's so much fun. It takes the music, the characters. It's got fun gameplay. It's very cute. And it kind of reminds me of like what Lego used to do with all of their licenses. Same thing here. I had a blast. I'm excited. I'm going to play with my buddy Charlie, who only has a PS4 and he only plays Lego games. So we're going to play it online together. It's going to be fun.
I know Charlie, yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good time. And then was playing a new game on Steam. There's a lot of demos out right now. It's called a Kimbot. This is the closest thing to a Ratchet and Clank game for all gamers on PC. It's a hoot. I mean, really cool traversal. You're a robot, whether you have another robot friend with you. Great graphics. It's an amazing style of gameplay that is that like Ratchet and Clank. Great traversal plus weapons. So it's pretty cool. I'm really enjoying that quite a bit. And I won the national championship with my Michigan State Spartans. We beat Oklahoma State
on freshman level.
And your point is, I had a blast. I loved it.
Yeah, but this is your first time playing college football, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's been gone for like what?
Well, I mean, like I didn't know if you had played it before, or if
I think I might have played it back in the day. But yeah, I felt this one was very engaging and fun. All of the, Kirk Herbstreit and all of the folks that do the broadcast did a great job. They've got all the stadiums. Yeah, some things repeat, but I had a blast. It's so much fun. Sparty's out there doing push-ups in Michigan State. We're having a blast. And I did find the only problem I found that to play offline against just AI, which is what I wanted to do, you have to play like the dynasty mode. I thought there would just be a season mode, but it's dynasty, and you can turn off all of the NIL things, all of the recruiting, all of those things, which for me was perfect, and I had a blast.
Very nice. Speaking of college football, Roll Tides at Game Positive. We're a CU podcast. Okay. And speaking of CU is up 24-20 right now. They are barely beating North Dakota State.
Bison are on the 5-yard line, ready to punch
they actually
again.
Anyway, I'm worried about the bus. Anyway, and Todd, anything you watched? But you have that on Secret Friends United, I guess. Anything quick you want to watch?
I mean, we just reviewed Alien Romulus. Amazing.
Speaking of Alien Romulus, Todd, shout out to Jose Martinez in the chat. Finally saw Alien Romulus last night. Absolutely amazing. Easily in top 3 Alien franchise movies. Todd, what would be your top 3 Alien movies?
Oh, has to be Aliens.
Yep, there we go.
Alien.
We're dead.
Then
man.
Romulus is right there too, because it feels like it's in that universe. It's an interquel between the two, and it's amazing. I really like some of the things they did. Very cool. There was one like cheap thing. I'm like, really? They went there, but great time. Enjoy that. And for all those Lord of the Rings fans, Rings of Power is back, season 2, baby.
Good.
Jump in.
Okay.
Bacon, what have you been playing or watching?
I've been grinding a little bit of this Battle Pass in Call of Duty again. Then I forgot that all my COD points are on my Blizzard account, not on my Game Pass account. So I deleted the Blizzard game, and then I got I got 3,500 COD.
Oh wait, you're right. You're right. The points don't go through, but all of your progress.
So now I'm gonna have to re-download 175 gigs just to spend my 3,500 COD points that are sitting there.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is weird like that, Todd. He said, because I remember
the same
I have them on my Series X, but when I'm on my PC or on my BlattleNet, I had to go back to my Xbox to like spend those. It's very weird. Like it's
like Fortnite and buying things.
I don't know. It just doesn't. Yeah, sorry.
But I've my quest to platinum every Sony game on PC. I'm 9 hours in Horizon Zero Dawn. It's good. It's okay. Combat's fun. Still playing it on hard. I don't find it very hard, so maybe I'm just really good at games.
Apparently.
You are.
Not sure how far I am in the story, but I'm just grinding it out, even though I'm not getting trophies. Just going to hope that save stays there for when I do get trophies. I could just load into it and get them all to pop. And that's it. And as far as what I've been watching, I started The Bear, which is so good. My wife and I
started?
yeah.
Wait, Bacon.
I just finally.
Did you finish Justified?
No, we're doing every other night. We're streaming Justified episodes, and then the next night we'll do The Bear. My wife got mad at me for starting Justified, and I clued her into the first 4 out of 5 episodes I watched, and now she's watching along with me. And Justified is super good, and The Bear is incredible. So almost done with season 1 of The Bear. I'm really close.
Season 2 gets a little funky, and Jamie Lee Curtis shows up. I'll just say that.
You know how I feel about Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, she's amazing. Well, yeah. Bacon, are you going to play the Lego Horizon game?
I'm not really a Lego guy, but I did really like the Skywalker Saga Lego games. I love that. Probably not. I don't know. Kind of boycotting that move to not put that on Xbox. If it was on Xbox, I'd still
that's
play it
so
on
weird.
PC.
So lame.
I'm just not sure why Sony does the stuff they do sometimes. So
They're waiting for that Starfield trade.
fair trade.
It's happening.
Fair
I mean, it's Starfield's coming, but I don't know about if we'd ever get a Sony game on Xbox. Shout out to the CU Buffs. Just scored Travis Hunter touchdown. The Buffs are now up 31-20. Baybox says, how many episodes of Justified do I need to watch in order to know if I'll like it or not? I love Westerns, but bounced off it back when it first came.
I was 2 episodes.
Yeah, I don't know. If you don't like it after the first few,
you're right. You're right about Walton Goggins, though, Dan. That's really
dude. It's so good.
End of season 1 here is really kind of.
But it gets better. Like I feel like the first season is its weakest. It just continues to get. It's so good. It's so good. Big Box. It's worth your time, man. It's worth your time. Who else? 1 Hour One Decision said CU. What is that? Connecticut University? No, University of Colorado Buffaloes. Let's
That was
come
a
on.
silly statement.
Insane.
Chris went to probably like I don't know,
Columbus
Rochester
University?
Tech.
Speaking of not college football and CU. What was I going to say? Oh, what have I been playing, guys? I have been playing one of the worst games ever made. I was gifted a psychological horror game from Mariano Pompa, fan of the show. Pomps just couldn't wait. I had this on my wish list on Steam and on Xbox. I'm like, Pomps, I'll get it when it's on sale. He very generously gifted it to me. And I don't know if I should say generously. He wanted to see me suffer. Because, guys, this game is scary. It's disturbing and messed up. And I'm not having fun. Okay? If you've tuned into any of my live streams, it is a nightmare. I'm so scared of this game.
Can I get some other context real quick?
It's messed up. In case you're wondering what Visage is, according to its Steam page, Visage is a first-person psychological horror game. Explore a mysterious, ever-changing house and a slow-paced, atmospheric world that combines both uncannily comforting and horrifyingly realistic environments, and enjoy a genuinely terrifying experience.
So, funny story. Me and Dan and Pomps were in the Discord chat while Dan was streaming this. And every time Dan, and I'm not even playing this game, I'm playing something else. And every time Dan gets scared and has to run from the crazy old lady, he screams my name, Bacon! And he's running. I'm dying laughing over here. Not even in the game. Pomps is in there too, and he screams bacon and runs. So just
Todd, have you seen any of my clips or the VOD of this? Go watch.
No, I haven't.
Absolutely terrifying. So think Silent Hills. Like, this is by people who clearly were inspired by that, wanted it to happen, so they did it themselves. You're in this creepy house, and it's just full of the worst random jump scares, the worst. You can't run. There's no combat. You can't do anything. An old lady will just spawn and kill me in this chapter. And it's so obtuse. And I hate puzzles. And it's got a bunch of puzzles where I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And of course, I'm doing it because I feel like I have to for Pomps. So I am struggling. I beat the 1 chapter of this, and there's like 2 or 3 more.
Are you going to return the favor, Dan? Get him a game? Then make him play it?
No, I'm playing it for him. That's me returning the favor.
Tell him you have epilepsy, because the game says for people that have epilepsy, do not play this game.
To be fair, Todd.
Yes.
I am gotten further than a lot of people he's recommended it to. And even Jose noped out of it. He didn't even get to a chapter. He just noped out of it from the beginning. And Jose loves spooky games. So shout out to Palms for giving me that for that game. I will be continuing it, but this is stuff of nightmares, you guys. This game is best. One time, Todd, I walk out. I just out of nowhere. I just like checked the room, like, oh, there's nothing there. I turn around. There's just a naked old hag standing in front of me out of nowhere. I'm not even kidding. I have the clip. I will be publishing it. Like, just scared the absolute crap out of me. And then she just disappears. It's just the worst, dude. It's so terrifying, Todd.
You want to hear something interesting? So Chris and I actually, from 1 Hour One Decision, we were doing a co-op play of Doki Doki Literature Club. And that was a lot of fun. And we were trying to get to the spooky part. We never did. So we had just basically got the weird, like, teen novel romance part where they're saying poems. So we've got to get back into it to get to the creepy part. But that was a blast. We were having fun. We were like, yeah. So I like the idea of like cooperative horror games.
Yes, yes, me too. That's fun. This and I have the lights off and like I really am going for it, you know, while I'm streaming this. It's terrifying.
You should ask Tennis Man to come over and play with you.
Even dude, oh Todd, and again,
the tennis guy.
like Bacon said, I'll even have them in Discord with me, and I'm still like, this is just the worst. So, shout out to the chat. Chat's popping off. Nissa said she went undergrad was Keene State, and grad school was Cambridge College. Oh, and De Niro Primero said Dan has been getting busy with Dolores. I hate Dolores so much. I'm so glad. I hope I don't ever have to go back to that chapter. Nissa said, watched you on Wednesday and saw you playing last night and went, nope. See, even Nissa noped on out because it's absolutely terrifying. And Pop says, please watch his streams because he just wants people to watch me just get absolutely beat down.
And hear him scream my name.
But, guys, I have another game that I've been playing this week. Bacon, you want to take a guess at what I've finally been making progress in?
Skyward Sword. Still.
Guys, I have finally been making progress in The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. And I know you probably can't tell where I am right now in this live update. But gentlemen, I have reached the final dungeon in The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. It is happening. I am going to finally beat this forsaken game.
Dan? Do you have the amiibo for the game?
No, but I hear there's an amiibo that takes you to the sky. That would have been very helpful. No, I haven't. Why?
Okay.
Why are you asking?
I might have to get your address.
No, don't send me
I'll make you play it again with the amiibo.
No, nothing Skyward Sword related, please. Here's the thing, Todd. I've already begun kind of like reflecting on the game, right? There's something here that I do enjoy, but I guess, okay, positives. Classic Zelda dungeon design. Cool, great gadgets. I actually really think some of the gadgets are cool. The classic bow and arrow, the claw shot or hook shot or whatever it is, very fun to use. Like I said, dungeons, the overall aesthetics of Link in this game, I like how he looks. This is how I imagine Link from like Ocarina of Time era, something like that, this is how I would envision a Zelda in like a Link in a modern game. And the combat can be fun if, and here are the negatives, if it didn't have the worst control scheme ever, Todd. The controls ruin any enjoyment of this game. I don't care if you enjoyed the stupid Wiimote motion controls. They should have modernized this better. Having to hold the L1 button or whatever they call it, L button on to like make your controls normal, and then using the stupid thumbstick as your sword movement, that's not fun. If this played like Breath of the Wild, I guess is what I'm trying to say, this would be a pretty dang good game. But there's also one more negative. After you complete like the main 3 or 4 areas, you have to go back to them and like, hey, why don't you go back and collect everything again? Why don't you go back to these areas? You have to like find these fish, Todd. And you have to collect these fish in the one place that you were at. Stupid crap. And then there's another section. Hey, you've lost all your gear, and now this is a Metal Gear Zelda game, and you have to sneak around and collect all of your stuff back. And then you got to go back to the last place, and you have to go around completing these puzzles. It's just stupid, tedious stuff just to make the game longer when it doesn't have to be. Like, it just not fun. But again, I can see why some people enjoy the overall aesthetic and gameplay of it, but not with those controls. Like, that really hurt the game. But I'm about 41 hours. I probably will end up around 42, 45. I'm just glad it will be over, and then I'm going to go to Link's Awakening. So for anyone who saw me playing that the other day, Skyward Sword, Rest in peace. I hope it would really benefit from a remake or a remaster. Like if they could update it like truly. I think there's potential there, but it's not worth it. Sorry, Todd, go ahead. Talk to me because you quit on this game very fast.
Oh yeah, I noped out of that game as soon as I got on the the Gullwing, whatever the
yes,
bird.
Yeah, the bird.
And I tried to do the controls. I'm like, no, I'm out. I hated those controls, and I'm just like, no, it's not fun. Not gonna do this.
Bacon, I have to say though, man, with the OLED screen, Nintendo has some special. There's some special magic with their games, Bacon, that I don't get in other games. It's true. Nintendo
member berries.
No, it's genuinely just fun. Nintendo games let you play, unlike modern PlayStation and Xbox games. You're not these third-person action-adventure games that are just over. There's too much story. There's too much, side crap. Like, I don't have the side crap in Zelda is actually terrible, but I don't have to do it. And it's the overall gameplay in these games are fun, and it does have a certain charm, Bacon. Okay. It does. I know you hate the Switch. I know you hate the hardware, but there's something there.
Oh, I love the classic games.
That's what
like any of their new games.
Playing and watching. By the way, touchdown North Dakota State.
Yeah, that was a long run.
Buffs are fighting for the lives over there, Todd. Gentlemen, let's close the show like we always do with the best food we had this week. Bacon, can you pull up the ticker for me? I have updates. Can you add one Chipotle burrito? I got it tonight, you guys. Here's the standard order, guys, for all you Chipotle fans out there. Chicken burrito, no rice, no beans, double meat, double chicken, add queso, extra corn salsa, green salsa, Todd, lettuce. That's it. Just try it. Just try it with the queso and the salsas. Bacon, it's like there's a party in my mouth and everyone's invited.
That's what she said.
And please add one pizza. It would have been 2, but I had to go -1 because I was on dad duty this week and Allie was out of town again at some conference.
A tennis conference?
In the mountains. And so I was on daddy daycare and I had gotten us Domino's, of course, because Domino's is amazing. And I forgot to put the leftover whole pizza. We ordered 2. There was a whole one left in the fridge. And what do we come back to?
No pizza.
After going to soccer practice for Grayson.
Pizza's all gone.
A destroyed box on the ground.
Dog.
Rocco. Zero evidence of a pizza anymore.
Rocco.
Left the box.
Rocco! Right away, you know how he hides. They know. So that was my highlights of the best food we had this week. Bacon, what about you?
Oh, I went ahead and added a pizza myself and a QPC myself. But the wife got a bunch of peaches from a fundraiser at school, I believe.
Ooh, remind me about peaches when you're done.
And she actually ventured into making fruit leather with a bunch of peaches. What do you do with a whole bunch of peaches?
What did you say to me?
She made homemade fruit leather.
What is fruit leather?
It's like a fruit snack, but you make it yourself. It's not like a fruit snack. It's like a fruit roll up. You blend it all up, put a little sugar in there, put it on a cookie sheet and put it in the oven. Been snacking on those all week. They're super, super good. But with those peaches, she also made peach cobbler, which is any cobbler's good cobbler. And we've been dominating that as well. Not great for the old endocrinologist next week, but fun things to do with peaches, I guess. So pretty tasty.
Love peaches.
Nice. Speaking of peaches, sorry, be reminded me, Bacon. Remember how Jose said he had tried that peach, what was it, Chick-fil-A, the peach milkshake?
Yeah.
And he was raving about it. So we also went to Chick-fil-A too, and I wanted to try it. I gotta say, I felt, Jose, not impressed. This is a pass, easy pass for me. Wasn't very good, Jose. Literally, you guys tasted like a Yoplait peach yogurt. And I was like, this is not exact same. I couldn't tell the difference. So what I did is I shoved that over to Grace and be like, here, you guys have this. I don't want this anymore. Went back and got a cookies and cream milkshake from Chick-fil-A. Let me tell you, there's a reason why the cookies and cream milkshake is the #1 seller at Chick-fil-A. So just don't even bother with the peach one. Get cookies and cream. Todd, what was the best food you had this week?
Wow. Originally, we were supposed to go to Cheesecake Factory for my son before he went to college. It's his favorite place. Good
Love
food.
the Cheesecake Factory.
Can't go wrong.
But didn't have time. So he said, Dad, I want burgers. So his favorite burger place is Smash Burger.
Yes.
So
Excellent.
we did Smash Burger, got the smash fries. He always does the burger with an egg. He does that.
This kid,
That's
man,
the
he's
right
a
idea.
winner.
Yeah, keep this one.
What a winner.
Yeah.
Well,
Smart
his
kid.
eyes- and he got the cookies and cream shake.
Nice.
And he left it all behind because he basically finished the shake first and then left me the fries plus a quarter of the burger, so I had leftovers. But I had the it's basically barbecue sauce, cheese with bacon plus onion rings. Very good. Really enjoyed that quite a bit.
Nice.
And then I went to Raising Cane's and got the cane
You've not had
chicken
Raisin?
sandwich. Very good. Cane sauce is great, but the
Cane sauce
charge
is great.
more,
Yep.
which
Cane
sucks.
sauce is great.
But man, their fries are the worst. They're like those crinkle cut fries that really just you feel like you just could have gotten from your high school cafeteria, which I don't understand. I really detest the crinkle fries. I don't know why people are doing them. Give me some waffle fries. Give me something with some seasoning or something. Cane's fries.
Gotcha.
Sandwich is
Hey.
good though.
Todd, what are your feelings on Culver's?
Culver's is pretty good. I mean, they
Okay.
make cement mixers, basically this really thick
Yeah.
custard
I like Culver's too.
shake. The butter burgers are really good.
Yes.
And then sometimes have like really good like
The cheese curds.
cheese
Forgot
curds.
about
Yep,
those.
going in. And they do fundraisers for our schools. So
Oh,
we
nice.
love the Culver's.
Nice. Let's get the chat involved here. Danero Primero said, I want someone to clip every scare of Dan's playthrough and such. Dude, that'll be like an hour-long video, Danero. So don't even, it's too many
Spooky
scares.
season's coming up, Dan.
The
Need
nerd
content.
chat needs to play Phasmophobia. I've heard about that too. 1 hour, 1 decision. Yo, I'd be down to play some Phasmo with the boys. I bought that game and no one played with me. Poor Chris. Jose asked, is it any good, Chris? And Chris said, nope, I don't know. I never played it. But it is a co-op horror game. Yes, we should look into it. And you're basically ghost hunters. Yeah, I remember seeing this. Nissa said, let games be 10 hours or less. Yes, Nissa, this scary-ass game should be that, but I'm taking forever because I have no idea where I'm going or what I'm doing. And Big Box. Oh, Big Box.
Point
With
out, I have been right about Concord since the beta.
Big Box's final Concord update for the night.
Went 0-4 against what? The 175
Probably
people playing?
Ains. I played 4 rivalry sessions
Joe.
in Concord and went 0-4. You guys are jerks. You guys have a good night. Big question coming next week. Denaro asked, is Tony invited?
Tony Two Dangles. I mean, Tony Two Balls.
Friend request coming your way, Dan.
Hey, by the way, I need some chat best food updates in here. Nissa said my dog Daisy ate 5 pounds of lunch meat, could not move for 2 days. Good gosh.
What is Nissa doing with 5 pounds?
How
of
big
lunch
is this
meat?
dog, by the way? Deja
Looking at
vu.
lunch meat.
Deja vu had a new place tonight. Lariat Lodge Brewing Company had a nice German beer and some bacon deviled eggs. Then a Swedish meatloaf
He
sandwich.
loves meatloaf.
Was
Meatloaf,
excellent. Dude, I love meatloaf too. That sounds
Deja
incredible.
Vu's favorite meal is meatloaf.
Dude, Deja, that
He's
place,
from
that sounds
Iowa.
awesome. I'd get everything minus the German beer.
What's wrong with German beer? What's wrong
Nothing,
with
but
you?
I just maybe if it was like a Oktoberfest beer, or
Just all the time.
Heffenweizen, isn't that the wheat
That's
beer?
German too.
A bacon deviled eggs sound delicious. And Nissa said, now I want Mooyahs. Have no idea what that is. When's the next stream, Dan? Ains has been loving Yes, Nissa, we all know Ains is a Concord fanboy. Good for him. He's obsessed. He's you know why he's obsessed? Pomps knows why, because he's raging at Halo, and he's like, I'm gonna go play something.
You
else.
have to have a team in Concord. You have to communicate,
and they do. And he's been saying they have had a
to
team
work together. Because when I played in the beta, it was a bunch of randos, and dude, it was a bad experience. Just gonna tell you, it was a bad experience.
Anyway, gentlemen, this has been the Nerd Chat episode 174. A $599 Xbox or a $599 PS5 Pro. I don't know.
Or a PC.
Or just get a PC. Shout out to Jose. He said he had Popeyes last night. Well, we're going to have to add that to the clicker. My name is Daddy Diwali. You can follow me at Daddy Diwali across all social media. You can follow the show at the Nerd Chat Podcast on all social media. Keep an eye out, guys. I am trying to stream a little bit more, even though I hate streaming this stupid, scary game. Maybe I'm going to stream. By the way, Todd, I'm going to stream the conclusion of Zelda when I get to that final boss, because I got to. This has been like almost a year and a half in the making to get through this game. I'm going to do it. X Bacon Game. And where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at X Bacon Gaming, Steam, and Xbox. All at X Bacon Gaming. I want to take a shout out to the chat. I believe Todd also streamed to his channel. It looks like, if I'm seeing the links correctly. So thanks to everyone for showing up and being active in the chat. If you guys like what we're doing here, like, subscribe. We're trying to get to 500 because Chance's got big plans for us when we get to 500. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out. We have the who added that? Like and subscribe. Help us to get to 500
I
followers.
just found it. That's what,
you know, it's
Jose added it last week.
Jose really wants us to get to those emotes or channels. I don't know what happens when you get there.
Review codes as well.
Oh, that's right. Bubble Boy did reach out. Yes, that's right. That's right. By the way, huge pass interference called. This game is probably over. The Buffs should be able to run it. Run the clock out. Shout out to our guest, number one Nerd Chat intern now. Thank you so much for coming on tonight, Todd. Go check him out on Secret Friends Unite, people. Todd, where can everyone find you?
At T-Extra on Threads, at Secret Friends Unite on Threads. Check out our Discord. You guys are great too. All your folks have been phenomenal. It's a great Discord. Appreciate the support. And check out our Patreon. It's free for a week. You can have fun. Check out all the cool stuff we do with comic books, Star Trek, Star Wars, and all things geek.
I got to say, over there at Secret Friends, they really have like a legitimate operation going on over there. There's all kinds of shows, all kinds of content over there. So check out Todd. He's one of the good ones, as I like to say. Thank you to the chat. Thanks for everyone listening and watching. And as always, see you, Buffalo fans. I hope we win, and see you online.
Cortana, see you online. And
Go
me,
first.
see you online. There we go.
Go for see you online.
The Nerd Chat, an Xbox podcast.
Is a podcast.
The Nerd Chat is an Xbox podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days. You can follow the show at The Nerd Chat across all social media. The show was created by Daniel Wolenzik, and you can follow him at Daddy Diwali. The lead producer and co-host is Jose Martinez, and you can follow him at Chipotle_bear. And former intern, recently promoted co-host Jason Jarrett can be found at X Bacon Gaming. If you'd like to find out more about the show, please visit nerdchatmedia.com. And as always, see you online.